All right, well, you can see there's not a ton of action going on right there on the MLG main floor today. But last night, Saturday night, obviously a lot of stuff happening out there. Today, we're getting ready to take on Championship Sunday. But last night, there was lots of action. And you see Tsquared and Straight Rippin shocked by ambush last night. A number 9 seed taking out a number 1 seed. You know what? Straight Rippin coming into this event, favored to win by a lot of people, but obviously not living up to it right there against ambush.
That's right, Straight Rippin.
And there is the no-scope.
I love this guy.
Oh, my God. As I said, oh, my goodness. There is.
There is nasty.
Oh, what a play by Legend right there. Snipedown gets it.
MLG!
Yeah!
All right, well, welcome back here to MLGpro.com. It's Championship Sunday here live from Orlando. It's been a phenomenal event already. It's been so exciting. Basically, we've seen some incredible upsets. We've seen some teams on fire so far. And, of course, with me the whole time is my buddy Chris Puckett. Puckett, looking good as always. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, Sonny D. You look pretty swell yourself.
Oh, thank you very much. Two sexy guys bringing you all the Halo 3 action up here from the main stage. It's been a great weekend. There have been upsets. We've seen some things we didn't expect to see. We've seen some teams play as well as we did expect them to see. To get us up to date, we're going to take a look at the brackets because, honestly, there's just been too much to remember. We need a little bit of help here. The winner's bracket basically turned into a soup. We had so many teams knocked down that we had it was just kind of a shock to call some of these names out. Straight Rippin, 3-2 to ambush. That was a bit of a shocker.
Oh, that was probably the biggest shocker. And you saw earlier, as we showed you from last night, Straight Rippin was up in that Game 5 against ambush, 47-38 ambush. They just clutched it, 12 straight kills, knocked Straight Rippin into the loser's bracket.
Yeah, really a shocking loss, even that series, but that game especially. Now, the other thing we got to talk about, real surprise here, is we get in a little bit further to Final Boss Instinct. Final Boss trying to answer a lot of questions after the event in San Diego, that 7th place finish, and you see Instinct, a team that made a change coming into this event, seeming to catch fire and taking Final Boss out 3-2.
Well, Instinct really looked great earlier. They are a solid squad right now. And Final Boss, they just struggled.
Well, you know, the question now is, we've got Final Boss knocked down, all right, so winner's bracket set up. We're going to wait here for Triggers Down versus Instinct. But in the lower bracket, we had even a few more surprises. Okay, we didn't just have an issue with Final Boss getting knocked down. We also saw Straight down there in Carbon. Now, Straight was able to take care of Carbon pretty easily. New lineup, maybe not clicking yet. But the next round's the one that I found really interesting. Straight against Final Boss, which I thought would be a true test, 3-0. Were you surprised?
Absolutely. Coming off of that Carbon match, Straight Rippin just had all the confidence in the world. They were playing very, very well at the end of Game 4. Going into the Final Boss match, Tsquared took it over. That was his match. You guys just saw it if you were watching earlier here on the main stage. So Straight Rippin, they're ready.
They're ready. Here's a question for you. I'm not done with Final Boss yet. I spoke to Walshy earlier. I was impressed by his play. I watched him play. I saw Ogre 1 put up some big numbers. Strongside and Ogre 2 in the games I watched seem to be struggling a little bit. What's the story? Is this the end of the dynasty known as Final Boss?
You know, I don't know. I never thought I'd be questioning Ogre 2's ability or his shot, but he was just absolutely off this event. I was watching his VR. He was missing shots. And Strongside, he was not playing like the guy we saw in Meadowlands, your MVP.
Well, you know, and you're right. And I still like Strongside as a player for the rest of the season. And I like that lineup. I just think they need to change things up a little bit. Maybe look at some of the successful strategies that other teams run. Are they too locked to what's worked for them in the past? Can they evolve with Halo 3? Or do they just need to rethink everything?
Well, you know, it's the beginning of a new game, beginning of a new season. And I think Final Boss will get better. as they grow as a team. Right now, they're still learning, and they got a lot of catching up to do because their laid-back play style is not working against the aggressive squads.
Well, I'm going to say that as they're playing right now, they're not going to win another event. I think that they will, however, go back. They will go back to the drawing board. They will change their strategies, and I will see them winning again before the season's out, especially when it really matters. That's when they really bring it on. Now, the team that was hot last night, there's been a question about their potential and whether or not they can realize that potential, is Triggers Down. These guys were solid last night, and they're rolling again today.
Well, check out this guy. It's Snipedown, and he was dominating. You see him there with the sniper rifle, but he did it all. He got the back smacks, doing some objectives with the oddball there, but then he really turned it on in the amplified match where he put up 20 kills.
I'll tell you what, this guy comes onto the team, is motivated by Macchio's decision, and is contributing early on. Their teamwork, rock solid, totally locking it up, doing a great job against their opponents. So far, phenomenal play out of them. Now, the question is, can they keep rolling against Instinct? Do you like that lineup to continue to be a hot lineup?
For Triggers Down, I picked these guys last night to be the team to win the event. That is how hot they are right now. I think Instinct is really going to struggle shutting down both Hysteria and Snipedown. These guys' shots are just phenomenal. Yeah, that's 3, 4 maybe?
Well, I hear you, but I just watched Instinct, and I saw them have a battle against Final Boss where they came out, and when it really mattered, they did what they needed to. There was even a game that they could have won, a ball game, where they weren't really focusing on the objective. I think they may just be finding their pace. I think we're going to see a battle up here. I'm not ready to give it to Triggers Down, no matter how well they played last night and how well today has started off.
You can't count out Instinct. I mean, their squad, it's different from Triggers Down, where Triggers Down has flash and pizzazz, whatever. Instinct is solid. They are a rock, they are a group, and they are a core 4-member team, and they work so well together. Triggers Down, they're going to have to work as a team to stop Instinct's rushes.
I think Bucket's right. Instinct has the lineup they wanted. Macchio getting his guy back in Victory X. On the other side, we've got Triggers Down looking really good. We're going to be back in a minute to get this started.
The 2008 Major League Gaming Pro Circuit, powered by Xbox, is presented by GameStop and brought to you by Bungie, Dr. Pepper, and Stride.